Alright, so in our previous video, we already discussed about the evolution of social institutions. Now this time, we're going to discuss about how the political institutions evolve. How were they able to lead their societies way back? Alright, so please take note that the different political institutions that exist before, we have the band level societies, we have the tribes, and of course we have the chiefdom. Now we don't have yet those barangays, we don't have yet what we call the cities or the towns. So basically, when people lead, they just use these band level societies, tribes, and of course we call it also another one, the last one, the chiefdom. The very first one, or the smallest level that we have what we call this band level society. So, other term for this, we also call this as bands. They were referred as the earliest societies that were comprised of hunters and gatherers. And they were basically small, nomadic family groups and were plainly organized. They were believed to be egalitarian and non-hierarchical. So, there were actually no definite distinctions, only they will just base it on age and sex. Also, division of labor was natural. Again, as I've previously mentioned with our discussions, men would be assigned for hunting while women will be assigned for the gathering. Now, when it comes to their leadership, it was plainly based on qualities such as strength, intelligence, and trustworthiness. Now we go for the second one. We call it the tribe or the tribes. Now, tribes are actually collections of the different band level societies. This was a more formal organization made up of several bands and groups that were connected through a clan structure or kinship. Now, when it comes to tribes class, basically, they were first formed through this what we call band level societies, because again, band level societies focuses on families. So collection of families, collection of clans, you can eventually have what we call the tribe. And of course, they are led by what we call as the headman. So headman was the leader of the tribe, and it was a much more formal and much more established leader compared to those of the band level societies. With great power comes great responsibility. So as a headman, when you are going to control multiple clans, eventually you'll have these different responsibilities. So, of course, the very first one, you resolve conflict. Second, they oversee activities such as planting. Aside also from that, they're also assigned with the harvesting and the movement of herds. And then the last one, organizing feasts and celebrations. But the main goal or the main responsibility of the headman is to connect the multiple clans within the tribe, and of course, to maintain peace and harmony among the different clans within the tribe. The last one, and is considered to be the largest institution, political institution way back, is we have what we call the chiefdom. And their leader was actually called as the chief. Now, they consisted of tribes united under one leader or chief, more complicated interactions among member tribes, as well as a large population and territories, further transformed leadership roles and gave the chief more complex responsibilities. Because you need to remember that for chiefdom, it is actually a collection of tribes, meaning a much more bigger responsibility will eventually be at the leader or at the chief's shoulders. Now, if we're going to compare the political institutions that exist today and that existed way back, we can say that the band level societies reflected or represented our barangays. The tribes actually represented our cities and our towns. Now, basically, the chiefdom will be what we call the national government that controls all the cities, controls all the barangays of the whole country.